Hey y'all, welcome to this video of season 14 Married at First Sight, where we're reviewing the Matchmaker special. We're reviewing all the couples, and in each video what we do is we ask ourselves, would you do that? And so this video is for the couple Steve and Moi, or Noi, sorry, Noi. I don't know, I messed up, I don't have time to look it up. But anyway, we're asking ourselves, would you do that? Would you have put them together? So, you know, it's crazy. At first, I was like, yeah, about them. But then when I started, like with the whole, you know, Steve ain't got no job kind of thing, I don't know why they do that to a couple so young. It's so much stuff that you have to deal with in marriage. Why off the bat would you have to make them have to deal with a financial situation in terms of him not having a job? Now, I guess I have to answer the question as a yes or no first. I know me answer at the top. Would you do that? And you know what? I'm going to be optimistic. And I'm going to say yes. Even though I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to say yes. Okay. And it's not an enthusiastic yes, but I'm going to try to stay optimistic at this one special. But I might have to change that. But anyway, to get back to him, let's start with Steve. Definitely is kind of nerdy. He's sort of geeky, which is okay because I'm used to working with geeks. I'm an engineer. I was trained, you know, went to school as an engineer, was an engineer for years. So it is my training. So I'm used to being around like nerdy, geeky people. And Steve is definitely nerdy and geeky. He's a sales engineer, which means he sells probably like engineering type products, types and things like that. So he probably has an engineering background, but he's coupling it with sales. So he has to have a little bit of, you know, ability to talk to people, to sell things, but he's 37. So he's definitely a mature age. He's ready to get married. I think he's, you know, the fact about no job, I want to say that because, you know what, I think in this sort of great resignation, I think people without jobs now or who quit their jobs are different from before. I'm hoping, let me say this, I'm hoping Steve is one of those people who after COVID or doing COVID, they just want to sit back a minute and reevaluate. And they want to figure stuff out because, you know, this grind culture, especially in Boston. Boston is a grind city, just like any other city, LA, New York, whatever. You always going. And COVID really slowed us down. So I'm hoping what happened to Steve is that when COVID slowed us all down, he slowed down. And he said to himself, is this what I really want to still do? Am I really happy? And he took those 4 months that he said the time he took off to really just figure that out. He doesn't really strike me as like a deadbeat. The fact that he is like a sales engineer tells me that he has training and a skill set, that he has the potential to make good money. He's made good money. And I'm hoping what happened was he had saved up a lot of money and he could afford to take some time off to sit back and think and relax. Because a lot of people did that. A lot of people sat back, collected their unemployment, used a little bit of their savings, and tried to figure things out. So I'm hoping that's what Steve is. I'm hoping he's just not, and like he said, oh, I can make money. He was very confident about it. So that really was the only flag I had. So I'm not going to hold that over him. But we'll see a little bit later on, and I'm hoping that he's right. You know, I did ask, you know, is he too boring? You know, I don't know. But so far, you know, I like him. I like a lot of parts about him. I do like the fact that, you know, he did take some time and travel and go off and explore things because, you know, everybody loves a man that likes to travel. So, you know, that was a good thing. I thought that was an attractive quality to him. I think that the young lady will like that too. His last name is Moi, which is of like Chinese descent. So I wonder, he must have that sort of, maybe that might be part of his culture, his heritage. Maybe if it's Moi, maybe that means his dad might have been Chinese. So he does look like he is of maybe two races. Maybe, you know, maybe he's Chinese mixed with something else. I'm not for sure, but he definitely looks like, you know, he has an Asian blend going on with him. I think he has an entrepreneurial spirit. So I'm optimistic about him. And then we have Moi would be her name. Moi. I like her too. You know, one of the things I did kind of see about her, I think she's one of these people that are like, some people call them like empaths, but they're really emotional, because one of the things that she said right off the bat was she has to have someone that can communicate their feelings, because she loves to talk and communicate her feelings. And so what I'm thinking is that sometimes when people lead with that, that kind of might mean that in past relationships, that was a big problem. So it might have been a problem where either the guy thought she was too emotional, too much talking, too much needy, or he wasn't enough. I don't know yet. So we're going to figure out, is she just over the top with it and all the emotion, or was she really with guys who were just like cold and shut down and things like that? But I'm kind of getting the feeling from her, especially when she says, oh, I'm the type of person where I get all in the guy, I fall in love, and I fall off, and I get back in. I think she is a highly emotional person. So the fact that he is kind of subdued, and when I said boring before, he maybe more even keeled, I think that'll balance it out. Because I think when you get two emotional people in a relationship, it can be too much, right? But maybe if he's able to bring sort of this calmness to her, she might, if she does find herself getting too much into her feelings, he's able to sort of balance it out. So she seems really sweet. I also like that she lived in like this really small apartment. Like she has like this real low footprint, which would kind of go well with if Steve is more, you know, it's also about happiness and balance in your life, and it's not all about being money driven. The two of them could work, because she really had like this small apartment. She was low key, you know, so that tells me that she doesn't need a lot of stuff to make her happy. Her happiness comes from within. I don't know, I'm reading a lot into it, but I really did like she's first generation Filipino. Her parents immigrated to the country. So, you know, I think that gives her like a level of appreciation about things. I think even I don't know if it was Pastor Cal or someone said that she had a rough upbringing in terms of financial, you know, and bringing up, and that they struggled. So that gives you a certain sort of appreciation to where you are later on in life. So I'm also really liking that about her. So that's about it with the two of them. I didn't see any really big red flags besides the job thing with Steve, but I'm hoping that they're just highlighting that to kind of get us all riled up about it. But I'm hoping that as it goes through, we find out that that's really not a big deal at all. Because if he's entrepreneurial, he had money saved, what's wrong with taking 4 months off during COVID? Everybody did it. A lot of people did it. And then those people end up going on and getting other jobs and getting jobs that made them happier. So I'm not going to too much worry about that right now. I'm hoping they didn't do my girl dirty like that right off the bat, because that would be horrible. So would you do that? I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say yes. I would say thumbs up to these two. I'm hoping they make it, and I'm feeling good about them for the most part. All right? So anyway, make sure you guys drop down the comments and let me know whether or not you would have put them together. Is it a yes or a no for you? And don't forget to subscribe to this video. I'm trying to grow my subscribers. So support your girl, please. And I'll talk to you later on the next video. Bye.